Hello, my curious friends. Welcome to a new video full of enigmas that puzzle on investigators, scientists, and even entire governments. Human history is marked by events that never found a definitive explanation. Disappearances, strange sightings, unsolved crimes, and phenomena that remain a riddle to this very day. From a plane that vanished without a trace to bizarre sea creatures spotted by soldiers during wartime, today you'll discover 10 mysteries that were never solved. Before we begin, here's a question for you. Did you know that in 1997, a sound was recorded deep in the ocean so powerful it was heard thousands of kilometers away, and to this day no one knows what produced it? Write it in the comments if you already knew this case, and at the end of the video I'll tell you more about this phenomenon. Number 1. The U-28 submarine creatures. During World War I, Captain Freiherr von Forstner and his crew claimed to have seen a creature over 20 meters long, resembling a giant crocodile, emerge from the water. Some suggest it may have been a Sarcosuchus, a prehistoric predator extinct for more than 100 million years. Current fact: in 2020, cryptozoology specialists reviewed the archives and concluded that while unlikely, the captain's testimony remains one of the most detailed ever reported by military witnesses. Number 2. The Pascagoula abduction. In 1973, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker reported being abducted by extraterrestrials in Mississippi. They described in detail the interior of the craft and the beings that examined them. Current fact: in 2018, the classified FBI documents confirmed that agents interviewed the men and noted their genuine stress and consistent accounts, lending more credibility to the case. Number 3. Malaysia Airlines Flight 377. On March 8, 2014, a plane carrying 239 passengers mysteriously disappeared. After 3 years and more than $145 million invested in the search, the case was closed without answers. Current fact: in 2014, and Australian researchers announced that possible debris had been identified in new areas of the Indian Ocean using artificial intelligence, although no conclusive evidence has yet been recovered. In 1959, 9 Russian hikers died in the Ural Mountains under bizarre circumstances, tents ripped open from the inside, bodies with internal injuries similar to car crashes, and clothing contaminated with radiation. Current fact: in 2014, a study in Communications, Earth and Environment suggested that a small avalanche was the cause, but the scientific community continues to debate it, and many believe the theory doesn't explain everything. Ancient texts mention the Nephilim and giants like the Cyclopes. Some even believe that structures such as the pyramids may have been built with their help.
Current fact: in 2021, unusually large human remains found in China reignited theories about giant men, though mainstream science attributes them to individuals with gigantism. Number 6. The Sheikh Harbour UFO incident. In 1967, witnesses claimed a UFO crashed into Canadian waters. Authorities found a yellowish foam on the surface but no metallic debris. Current fact: the Canadian government still classifies this as an unsolved air incident, making it one of the few cases where official documents acknowledge the possibility of an unidentified object. Number 7. The Monkey Man of Delhi. Between May and September of 2001, dozens of people in India reported attacks by a strange creature with a robotic appearance, glowing red eyes and metal claws. Current fact: Indian sociologists study the case as a phenomenon of mass hysteria, though to this day no one knows for sure if it was a hoax or something else. Number 8. The Zodiac Killer. In the 1960s and 70s, this murderer killed at least 37 people in California while taunting the police with encrypted letters. Current fact: in 2021, a group of cryptographers announced that one of his codes had been deciphered after 51 years. Even so, his identity remains unknown and the case is still open. Number 9. The mysterious bloop sound. Detected in 1997 in the Pacific, this sound was so loud it was heard more than 5,000 kilometers away. Current fact: NOAA attributed it to the movement of icebergs, but some experts still believe it could have been produced by a colossal marine creature yet to be discovered. Number 10. The Bender family. The Phantom Killers. Between 1871 and 1873, this Kansas family brutally murdered travelers who stopped at their inn. When authorities finally arrived, they found the corpses, but the Benders themselves had vanished forever. To this day, no one knows what became of them, making it one of the most macabre stories of the Wild West. As you can see, the world is filled with enigmas that science and history have yet to fully explain. Some may one day have a logical answer, while others will continue to fuel myths and theories forever. And you? Which of these mysteries left you the most astonished? The answer to the opening question, the bloop sound, detected in 1997, remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our oceans.